times this season, so we're very proud of them. The 4x4 100-meter relay team of Isabella Berardi, Katie Bradley, Julia Palin, and Cameron Bowman broke their school record. And that was all on the girls' side.
Okay, we have a lot of seniors this year. 13 total. We asked each senior what they're going to do with their life next year, what they will miss most about track and field, and the following are their responses, so bear with me, this is going to take a little while. Senior Captain Alex Bucking will be attending Stonehill College in Easton. He still does not know what he will be majoring in, but probably something, hopefully. Hopefully. He writes, he will be tracking the field in college. I think that means you're doing track and field. One of his favorite memories was lifting in the weight room while Kanye Weezer remixes were played. Wheezy? Wheezy. What he will miss most from spring track is squad, hanging out with his friends Kylie and Emily, goofing around in the weight room, and pulling all sorts of pranks on Lars, a.k.a. Beast, the, a.k.a. Lars Homestead King of Kings, a.k.a. Master Yoda. He will also miss Domo. That's not really extra stuff here. He will miss giving Joey Annie the big rock. But most importantly, he will miss the team itself, all of the new friends he has made, all his old friends, and all the memories we've made together. Well, we'll miss you too, Alex. Senior Justin Martins will be attending Bridgewater State University and majoring in business. He's probably going to pursue track and field there. He will miss most seeing his friends every day during practice and shoveling the snow for practice in the spring. His favorite memory was going to nationals and competing on the big stage. We'll miss you too, Justin. Senior Jeff Bocuse is going to be going to UC Riverside, California to study law and acting. What he will miss most is the celebratory bus rides home from wins. His favorite memory from track was after spring TBLs this year when we were on the bus ride home after winning and screaming, "Every point matters." He has really cherished these years with track and will really miss everyone, and we'll miss you too. Senior Griff McLaughlin is going to UMass Dartmouth and majoring in psychology. He will miss running with a great group of friends. His favorite memory about track was beating Chris Friend's split time. I'm pretty sure I can't pretty sure. We'll miss you too, Griff. Senior Devin Shuko will be attending. Senior Devin Shuko will be attending Roger Williams University and pursue a major in construction management. What he will miss most about NHS track and field is hearing Lars and his monotone voice get excited, but not be able to tell he is excited unless you look at his face. His favorite memory is when the boys team won the TBL Conference Championship and he was trying to distract the other runners by making them laugh on the other side of the track. Yeah. All right, look at you. Yeah. Senior Colin O'Leary will be attending Roger Williams Park Zoo. And studying computer science at the zoo. He will miss the scenic Wheaton Squad the most. His favorite memories were singing Yeezy with Chris in the back of the bus. I don't know. So, hold on. Alright, I'll ask this question in a minute. We'll miss you, Colin. Senior Captain Parker Cleathrow is going to be attending Roger Williams University next year and majoring in criminal justice. He's going to miss running with his teammates and all of the friendships he has made over the last 4 years. His favorite memory of track and field is definitely when both the boys and the girls team won the Division IV state championships last year, and how excited we were for each other. That's pretty good. Shuko, Parker, and Colin, are you all going? I mean, Roger Williams, you're all going yet? You're going to the zoo, I know. Yes? Yeah. Have you talked about this? You're going to be roommates? What's going on? Oh, yeah, here we go. Senior Captain Camden Clitheroe will be attending the University of Maine, where he plans to major in engineering. Right there. Black bears. He will continue to participate in track and field. He will miss the friends he's made over the 4 years he's been here. He will also miss the boys at high jump and hurdles. His favorite memory is shoveling 3 feet of snow off the track junior year just so we could practice, and winning the state championship in that very same year. We'll miss you too. Senior Chris Brennan will be attending Bryant University and running cross country and track. He will likely major in something business related and minor in women's studies. No, I don't think so. He will miss his 4x400 squad, Bernard Grant, playing on the playground, jamming to Yeezy on the bus, and then he says, whenever I told them to go on a run, and instead they would go to Dunkin' Donuts. His favorite memories are going on scenic Wiggins and doing hill workouts, which was just us rolling down a hill. Whenever Sean Robinson acknowledged him, falling multiple times at states, and after every time he would successfully complete one double or triple, I would make him do an even harder one the next meet, and he would complain about it all week. Pertinent information includes how scenic Wiggins were sometimes just us playing on the swing set. No, I don't think we're doing scenic Wiggins anymore. He blames track for weakening his bladder. And he lied to me about how many schools were in Massachusetts, and I kept posting the number that he made. I think we're going to miss you. Senior Captain Justin Ireland will be attending Assumption College, where he will be playing football and running track. Justin is unsure about what to major in yet. He will miss most about being on the team is being part of a historic era in Norton's athletic history. I 100% agree with you. No other team in Norton history has been so dominant for so many years as the track team, so he will miss being on such a talented, historic team. His favorite memory of NHS track was winning the 100 and 200 at states this year. These two moments made him realize that the 4 years of hard work came down to those 2 races, and it made it all worth it. And we will miss you, Justin. Senior Sean Cavallini is going to Bryant next year. He will be majoring in finance, and he will probably be playing club soccer there. He will miss running and hanging out with all of his friends at practice and meets, especially the 4x4 squad. His favorite memories were doing hill workouts and scenic weeks. I don't even know how you guys made it to states. We will miss you, Cap. Okay. Senior Captain Alex Carrigan could not be here tonight. However, he will be attending Bryant University and be majoring in finance. The thing that he will miss most about track will be complaining to Cece every day at practice. That's what he's going to miss. It means he likes you. Yeah. Okay. If you could bear with me for just a couple of minutes for this one. I would be remiss if I did not mention someone very special in our audience tonight. This athlete has been an incredibly inspiring person to us all and taught me a great deal about athletics, sportsmanship, hardship, and overcoming great odds and finding success in the toughest of situations. Abu said, "Thank you for teaching us a great deal about life. I feel the need to tell a story about what happened with Abu last year because it teaches us a few lessons, myself included. After the incident I'm about to describe, we were told repeatedly not to show up to the MIAA. We were told that they were not going to change their decision. We sent multiple emails and messages that were either ignored or repeatedly told the decision was irreversible. With a belief in what we deemed the right thing to do, and with the conviction of a determined and dedicated athlete, we still went to the MIAA short public forum section of their monthly Massachusetts track and field meeting, armed with our athletic director, Abu, our interpreter Sharon, and myself. When we got to the MIAA, the director came right over to us and asked us why we were there. Our AD pointed at me, and I simply said, "We'd like to address something at the committee." He proceeded to tell us that he told us not to come and that it was a waste of time. I told him I would still like to say a few words in the public forum section of the meeting. The director walked away without saying anything. When we got into the meeting, they did their approval of minutes, etc., and when the public section came up to the meeting, or this public section came up in the meeting, I stood up and read this appeal, the following appeal, with the 20-plus directors, coaches, officials, etc. in the room, with Sharon interpreting to Abu right in front of all of them. And this was the letter. My athletic director and I are here today with a very unique circumstance on our hand as we advocate for our athlete Abu Cisse, who was ranked second overall in the 300 meters going into the Massachusetts All-State meet this past weekend. His start was fine, and the starting officials were great with him in both the 55 meters and 300 meter starts. On the first turn of the 300 meter race, Abu noticed a few people on the rail using their hands with an up and down motion, and he thought they were telling him to stop because of a disqualification or a false start, as there were many on the day with either athletes or gun issues. If you were to watch the video a few times on mile split, and keep your eye on the rail, you can see at least one of the people making the hand motions right in front of him over the rail, and then they withdrew their hands and arm right before he went by. Similar to this, and then he was right there, and then they pulled out like this. Now, under any normal circumstances, I would not take my time out of my workday, my athletic director's workday, or any of your days. But this is not a normal circumstance. You see, Abu is deaf. And this case is extremely rare, if ever seen before. People are not supposed to be on the rail, but I completely understand that is an extremely hard thing to police in the area that it happened, as there are many people taking pictures of medalists or people waiting in line to take pictures of medalists. After seeing these arm and hand signs, he pulled up in the race thinking they were going to call it back. This unfortunately cost him a chance to be an all-state champion in the 300 meters. I understand that he should not be paying attention to the people behind the rail. However, not being able to hear a second gunshot to be called back and having a race called back in his pass, he took the cues from the people as such. He relies heavily on his eyes and sight because he is deaf. I am in no way making an excuse for him. I treat him just like I do my other athletes, as he wants to be their equal in every way that he can. However, there comes a point where he is not equal. For example, he's already losing at least 0.2 of a second in the blocks because he cannot hear the gun, so his form has to be shifted and he's almost always the last out of the blocks. So today I'm requesting you to consider 3 things. What I would ask going forward from the MIAA and the MSTCA is for an accommodation, just like we make for our students in the classroom who have physical, emotional, or behavioral disabilities. One would be to not be in lane 6 in the 300 meters, which is usually a preference lane,